It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. It's 7 a.m.
It is.
Yep.
It's another morning.
Yep.
Hey, it's not raining right now.
It's not raining right now.
Had a
Made
good
up for
storm
it last night, though, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Well, yeah, I tell you what, all of the last 2 days I've been hearing first alert day, severe weather, blah, blah, blah. So, man, I unplugged all the electronics and I was bracing myself.
Yeah.
My son calls from Murfreesboro. And, well, there's a flash of lightning. There's a little bit of wind. So I put it on Facebook. The severity of the storm I had last night was equal to putting a box fan behind my lawn sprinkler with a camera flash. That's about it. I didn't get much at all.
Yeah.
Oh, we got lightning and thunder. Huh?
You didn't get much rain at all?
I got some rain. I mean, it wasn't severe. I don't see it severe.
Boy, it came a downpour at my
it
house.
rained.
Yeah, it came down pretty good in Carter,
came
too.
down all
Yeah.
right, but-
I mean, it was, we've had worse.
I've had a lot worse
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Would have been tough driving in.
we survived the storm last night, Good morning, everybody. Welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host. Scooter Callis is in the director's chair. Dennis Dunderdale, our guest today from AGFC. And it's brought to you by your hometown Sears store. Can't say enough good things about Sears. Worked for them for 14, 15 years, long time ago, back in the catalog sales office days. But right now, they are top-notch in home appliances, home entertainment, yard care equipment, and tools, and other things that I'm not even aware of. But they do a great job. They're home-owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
They do all the repairs right
all the
here.
repairs.
They got maintenance agreements
Yep.
you can do that are very, very affordable, and they'll take care of your appliances. They'll take care of your mowers. They'll
They're
take care of
bringing
everything.
back customer service.
Oh, by far.
They're bringing it back the way it should be. And so that's,
And he works on anything, even if you don't buy it from Sears and you got some mower from Joe Blow's, whatever, he'll work on it.
So take your Joe Blow lawnmower down there and have it.
There you go.
I brought a 20-year-old Shindauer weed eater.
You're
20 years. I mean, you couldn't find parts of this thing if you.
Really?
he got it done. 3 days.
Wow.
Bam. Yeah.
There you go. Your local hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East. Like where? Just behind Wendy's, up on the hill behind Wendy's. They're right in front of Physical Therapy Connection, just a little bit east of Orscheln's in the same parking lot. Sherman-Williams shares that building. Your hometown Sears store, top name brands in appliances, and of course you got Craftsman tools and all of the lawn care equipment. So check out your local hometown Sears store. Call them at 425-3191. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. How's coffee?
Great. Always is. Yeah.
Love that coffee.
Yep.
Tell you what, Brewed Awakening coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Right now, 2 of the 3 locations are able to serve you. We got Bomber Boulevard, which at 7:03 in the morning is ready to serve you today. Of course, there's no school right now. And of course, 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness is also a drive-through, so you can enjoy the best coffee in town at 2 of the 3 locations. Baxter Regional, we're still waiting on the COVID-19 lockdown to end, so things can get back to normal. But until then, enjoy Brewed Awakening at the 2 drive-through locations, and one of these days, Baxter Regional will be up and running again, so the public can get in and enjoy Brewed Awakening coffee. They've remodeled that main lobby at the hospital. They've got a very nice coffee bar. I think it was completed. When did they finish that? Right after the first of the year?
I think so.
1st of January, right after Christmas and the holidays, And Brewed Awakening. Can't say enough good things about Mike and his staff. Got cinnamon rolls and other things that you can purchase for breakfast or for a snack. Check them out. The best coffee in town, Brewed Awakening. You've got your mochas, your lattes, your French vanillas, your pumpkin spice. You name it, they can get it to you. So, Brewed Awakening coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Right?
Right.
There you go. And Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Talk to Charlotte, Bruce, Brad, Chris, anybody there can help you. It's a tough job. I was talking to my son last night, and he says, that would be a hard job. That would be a hard job.
It would be, but when you feel it's your calling and that is what your passion is, you can deal with a lot knowing that you're helping people.
That's true, but you deal with death and sorrow, and they do it so well. I mean, they can get you through some very hard times. They really can. And when they say with all our respect, that's just how they do business. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. 29 in the state to serve you, with one in Memphis, Tennessee. Like I say, here you can talk to Bruce, Brad, Charlotte, Chris, or anyone else out there can help you. They can just sort through all the details. They handle it. Just let them handle it, you know. When you have a passing of a loved one, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? Talk to Rollers, they can handle it. Just let it be. So, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, I'm so ready to have things to get back to normal. Right now, I can't even imagine it. It just seems like the whole world has flipped because of the virus. But a couple of questions I have. Have we forgotten the HIV virus? That's never in the news anymore, yet 11 million people in the United States have HIV. Where's our concern on that virus? And right now in the United States, we've had over 19,000 people since October be hospitalized because of the flu. Lord, illness has struck our country, and I continue to pray for healing, whether it's HIV, COVID-19, or the flu. Lord, heal our country. We look forward to our sports complexes being filled with spectators and our churches being filled with thankful people. I just pray you heal our land, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
brace yourself. This
dun,
is
dun, dun, the weather.
What notes
Ta-da.
were that?
Mine. I'm like Frank Sinatra.
It sounded like a
did it
pass-through note there.
my way.
Sing it again.
I keep forgetting to bring
come
him
on.
a kazoo.
We
That was it.
just had a debut. I want to hear My Way again.
Nope, that was it. I had a one-shot deal.
Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
you'll have to wait till 5.
Do we get an edit on that one to play back like we did on the Frisbee throwing that day?
No. I kicked your butt from the Frisbee throwing, by the way.
Have you ever
I'm
thrown
just
those
bringing
Frisbees
that up.
down there at Calico Rock?
I have not. I did it when I used to live in Memphis. They
Did you?
had, they had
Yeah.
a Frisbee golf thing there at Shelby Farms.
He gets lucky. I mean, he must have
Lucky.
a 4-leaf clover and a rabbit's foot in his pocket or something. Bonk!
What did they do? A 60-yard shot right into the basket?
Well, we had a chair or something
sitting
sitting
way
on
up
there.
Oh, I
there to see
remember
who
that.
could hit
That was-
See,
yeah, a couple of years ago,
That was
yeah.
a darn good shot.
That was you are amazing, Scooter.
I know. I was impressed.
Shoot, with luck like that, I'd been on a plane to Vegas that day.
I just don't have time to go professional.
At least buy a lottery ticket.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retired2Arkansas.net. They need listings. And so if you're thinking of upgrading or need to downsize a little bit, whichever direction you're going, call the Z-Team. They're getting a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails right now.
And here's the thing, I know and I mentioned this before, there's a lot of people out there and they're staying home, they're waiting to see what happens with this whole coronavirus thing. Let me tell you, people that are looking at moving here are sitting at home, going online and looking at the houses that they're interested in. So I wouldn't wait. I mean, if you're
Give 'em a
interested
call.
in selling,
Yep.
I'm serious. You need to
Yep.
call them. You need to get it on their website. You need to get people looking at it, ready to go. And that way, when this stuff does break, I mean, they're going to
They're ready
rock
to
and
go.
roll.
Yep.
They're going to go.
And I think, Scooter, I really think you're going to see a lot of folks that are ready to retire from perhaps New York, Chicago, something like that. In fact, we have a new family moved in from upstate New York in my neighborhood, and got to visit with them, welcome them to the community, and find folks from upstate New York. So people are moving to Arkansas, and so I think you're going to see another influx to get out of the city. So those that can retire. The Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. The award-winning Z-Team. When you list with the Z-Team, you have the advantage of the fact that Linda is a professional stager and can set the home for that eye appeal. And sometimes the house sells before they get the sign in the front yard. So give them a call.
A lot of people, sorry, didn't
Go
mean
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
A lot of people think when you think of the Z-Team, I mean, that's what you get. You get a team
Right.
of people there to help sell your house. And a lot of people are thinking, well, I can't really afford that. It costs more. No, it doesn't.
part of the service.
They don't charge to come stage your house. They don't charge to come help do this and that. Everything's going to be the same across the board. So might as well have a team supporting you and a team backing
for customer service.
Yeah, I mean, they're there. They've got every angle covered.
There you go. Arkansas and Missouri. So if you're in Gainesville or West Plains or any points in between, Mountain View, Arkansas, Marshall, Arkansas, the team's assembled, ready to go. And I call it the state line counties, the counties in Arkansas and the counties in Missouri, either side of the state line, wherever you're at watching the show this morning, call the Z Team, 870-405-0793. Take a look at the White River this morning. See what we got. Oh,
look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
That is beautiful this morning.
Looks like Dwayne Hayes has been here with his paintball.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'll do
my goodness, look at that.
Look at all that water. There's a bunch of water in that river right now.
There is.
Wow.
Well, that's a beautiful picture.
That is gorgeous. My goodness, look at that. The 62-412 highway bridge on the left side of the screen, you see one of the support pillars there.
Yeah.
In the reflection of the sunlight, and in the city of Cotter. It is amazing how this, from winter to spring, Dennis, how this picture is just filled in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the greenery, most generally the water, you can see the river, probably 20-25% more of the river when there's no leaves. But what a beautiful picture this morning. Is that not inviting?
Do you know, talk about, Chamber of Commerce plugs or Z-Team plugs. Do you know that there's 5 miles of river in the city limits of Cotter?
I've heard that.
I didn't know that.
Well, when you
look at the 62 bridge,
when you take it all the way up to Hearst's Trout Dock, that's one end of the city limits, and you go all the way down past the sewer plant, by the East Cotter overpass.
Well, it'd be in the right-hand side of that picture right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, I believe that.
Yep.
Yeah. So you even got the railroad area, the railroad yard there on the right-hand side of the
old turntable.
Roundhouse?
Roundhouse,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can go to retiredarkansas.net and you can pull that up. It's called Live Webcam. And there's a camera icon. Snap a picture and pass it around the country to your friends. Say, hey, look where I live,
Right.
Wow. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793. Right now, we have 56 degrees in Mountain Home. We got 52 at Harrison, 60 in Batesville already. Wow. 55 at Salem, 56 at Calico, 57 in Flippin. Marshall checks in at 57 and West Plains at 55. Around the region, St. Louis is at 55, Poplar Bluff at 60, Springfield at 50, 27 in Watford City, North Dakota today. They're almost ready for the swimming pool up there. They'll wait 5 more degrees. On the radar, let me back this out. Somehow it jumped up. You can never park this thing and just let it be. And so the shower activity that came through last night is down along the Gulf Coast, Texas to New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama. The severe line, that red line, is going off into the Gulf, so I don't think it's going to hurt anything but a bunch of rattlesnakes, copperheads, cottonmouths, and alligators down there, right, Dennis? Midwest.
All the beautiful wildlife.
All the beautiful wildlife.
Yeah.
The middle part of the country getting a lot of the shower activity right now, from Louisiana, parts of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, all the way up into Michigan, Lake Michigan, getting a lot of stuff right now, and going on up into Canada. Well, let's roll on into Arkansas and see what we have. We have kind of a rare west to east pattern in the southern part of the state, from just south of Texarkana all the way over.
Put that in motion, would you?
Yep. Yeah.
It's trying to load it. That's fine.
It's thinking.
There it goes. It jumped.
Boy, that's quite a system down there.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that down around in the Gulf. I mean, that's already past any population. But you can see, for some reason, this has not been working. There it finally goes. There. We're getting a little bit down in southern Arkansas. Jonesboro have a little bit of heavy showers right now. That's moving over towards the Mississippi River area right there. It'll be affecting Dyersburg, Tennessee, Zenith, Missouri, Kennett, Missouri, places like that. Other than that, the roads in Arkansas are clear right now. 62-412 east-west till you get all the way over to Clay County. And by the time you get over there, it's going to be over into Tennessee. Anyway, a little bit to the east of Little Rock on I-40. And other than that, the highways are clear. 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas. Highway 65 to Branson. Highway 67 and 167 from Little Rock to Batesville and up into Corning, Arkansas to Poplar Bluff. Speaking of which, the rain showers are moving out of Butler County, Missouri, Poplar Bluff, Neelyville, Naylor, over into Illinois and Kentucky. Carbondale, Illinois just had a pretty good shower. Paducah, Kentucky on I-24 is going to be getting some showers coming up here in a minute. I-70 is going to be wet from one end to the other, from Kansas City to St. Louis, as that storm front passes through. I-49 in Missouri, not too bad. Neither is I-44. Interstate 55 is going to be getting a little bit around the St. Louis area. Then I-64 from East St. Louis, Illinois, east to Mount Vernon. Very, very wet right now. And the farms in the middle part of Illinois getting a lot of shower activity right now. Well, it is what it is. Excuse me. No watches of warnings in Arkansas right now. In North Missouri, they have wind advisories in north central and northwest Missouri and central Iowa, but nothing for us right here. 7-day forecast today, high of 65 degrees. We do have a 20 to 30% chance of showers today, and then tonight mostly clear, low of 47, 70 tomorrow, and 77 on Friday, 82 on Saturday. Sunday we have a slight chance of showers, looks like 20 to 40% chance with a high of 79 degrees. Checking our rivers real quick here. Let's see, we'll check, we'll go to White River at Batesville. There we go, 11.6 feet there, in pretty good shape. Back this up and let it reload real quick, and we'll check White River at Calico. And it jumps around on me here. It looks like 11.48 feet. You go
came down, but then came up after the rains last night.
Sure did, yeah. Take a look real quick and see what Current River at Doniphan did, because that feeds into it peaked.
Well, still they're expecting it to go up until
Friday, 7 a.m. 4.6 feet at Doniphan at Current River. Of course, Current River feeds into Black River. I think the 11 Point and Current and Jack's Fork all feed into Black River. Dennis, do you know?
I was not paying attention.
Current, let's see, 11 Point and Current. We got Current River at Doniphan.
That feeds into the black, and the black feeds into the white.
Into the white, yeah. Yep. So that is crucial. Anyway, you can check that out at www.weather.gov. Real quick, checking iDrive Arkansas. We're in pretty good shape. Last time I checked, we do have an accident or something going on down around Camden. And it's an accident, 1/10 of a mile west of U.S. Highway 79. And other than that, we're in pretty good shape. State of Missouri, there is a flood watch box coming up. And it's just north of Highway 60. Route AB closed due to flooding. That's north of Highway 60. Then we have another one that is EE closed southbound due to flooding. And so just check that out before you travel. Current pollen index today, we are looking at 9.9, I think I said. I had all this stuff loaded. For some reason, this computer is running very, very slow today. 9.9 yesterday, today, and 10 tomorrow, with oak, mulberry, and walnut being the culprits. And let's see, coronavirus update for Arkansas. I think we're starting to level out here. Arkansas totals 3,100 cumulative cases, 1,200 recoveries, 57 have passed away. And where are we at in Baxter County with this? Recoveries 4, no deaths, 5 positives. That's not bad numbers there. And Boone County 5 positives, 3 recoveries. Nobody passed there. I'm at Marion County there. 1 positive, 1 recovery, 61 negatives. We're in pretty good shape there. And we go to Fulton County. Everybody's behaving themselves over there. 1 positive, 48 negatives, no recoveries, no deaths. Nobody really got sick in Fulton County. Stone County, Izard County. 5 positive, 3 recoveries. We're in pretty good shape in northern Arkansas, so not bad at all. One more thing to check. Oil prices today. I think we're at $14 a barrel on West Texas crude. Things are in pretty good shape. And so, anybody got anything before we take a break? Scooter, Dennis?
I'm good.
Coming up, Dennis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish. We'll be right back.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. Business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi.
722, Dennis Dunderdale's here from Arkansas Game and Fish. I was looking forward to all of this. I opened up the AGFC website. COVID-19.
Yeah, that's the big banner for right now. Excuse me. Well, I tried to clear my throat before we came
back. Boy, the allergies. I've been coughing and hacking for 3 days.
It is crazy. You know what else? My dogs are, too. They're both struggling with this. Actually, and you're right. You can't get away from this no matter what website you go to, and ours is no different. But I'm glad that Game and Fish actually does have that big feature on there. And the reason is a lot of state parks shut down. Buffalo River shut down. Game and Fish open. Now, we're not open for the public to come to our buildings, but the river access points, you can go to the White River or Crooked Creek, or we don't have control over what the National Park Service does or what the state parks do, but so in there, in fact, if you click on that, there's a whole list of how you can still do all of the things, or most of the things, not all of the things, of course, but most of the things that you would want to do. There's a way to do it. And let me tell you, our staff, and I couldn't be more proud of the folks that I work with, doing all kinds of creative stuff. We'll talk in detail about what some of that is, but all kinds of creative ways to keep people engaged. I mean, we really do understand, that folks they can't just go do what they used to go do. You can't go to a movie. You can't go to the bowling alley. You can't go to the gym. You can't get a haircut, by the way. I'm sure hoping they open the barbershop soon.
But it's also getting to the point you just can't sit at home either.
Right. Yeah. And we're one of the luckiest states in the nation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what, say what you want. I don't care what party you belong to. I am really glad that Asa Hutchinson has made the decisions he's made, for our state. I've got family up in Massachusetts, and I was talking to my granddaughter last night. She's 13 years old. They are shut down. They can't go out. And if they do, they have to be wearing a mask, and it can only be on their prop. I mean,
and it can only be like, and if you got to go shopping, you're only allowed to send one person.
Right.
And I mean, they're
it's nuts. It really is. And I don't want to get into the controversies about how whether that's the way to do it or not the way to do it. I'm not an expert on any of these things, but I do know that we are really working hard. One of the things, in fact, it was the last time I was on the show a month ago today. I believe it was the first day, or maybe a day or well, we got closed on Friday. Was when we were told to close the facilities to the public. Now that just meant the classrooms and the buildings, right. And that. And I remember saying at the time that we're still doing everything that we were doing. Well, that day that was when the governor came out and issued the work from home order. So for the most part, we're working from home. Now, in my job, I'm fairly fortunate in that what they really mean is no public contact. Yeah. And so I do a lot of work from home, but I also get to do a lot of work out in the wildlife management areas. For example, the next week after the last show, I spent that week driving around the Harold E. Alexander Wildlife Management Area over in Sharp County, and was doing.
Where's that over Sharp?
It's funny. It's kind of tucked away, but if you're heading, into Hardy, from Ash Flat,
yeah,
it would be. Do you know where the Turkey Pen Range is? Have you ever seen the signs to that?
No.
Right near the First Assembly Church, right next to Mark Martin Chevrolet, big Chevrolet dealership there. Anyway, it's about halfway down that stretch on the right-hand side, but it's tucked way over. It's probably a mile or two.
I know where Mark Martin Chevrolet is there in Ash Flat, right there.
Well, if you take a right there, I forget the name of that street now, that road.
Highway 167 South.
Well, yeah, that's the main road. But if you take a right on that side road, right after Mark Martin,
oh really?
It'll you drive a few miles in, and it's in there. It's
really?
Oh gosh, now I forget the acreage, but it's huge.
Wow.
Anyway, and it's a great wildlife management area. Part of it, touches the Spring River. But anyway, I was in there doing gobbling surveys. That's how we keep track of how many birds there are, how many turkeys there are, and we go out at the crack of dawn, or even before that, and listen for gobbles. And we have a prescribed route where we stop every mile and listen for 5 minutes, and you record what you hear. So I was doing that in getting ready for the turkey season to open, and came across a really nice little scenic hiking trail.
Really?
The Rock Creek nature area is in that park. Well, one of the things they've tasked us to do, there was a time when I would call up the local school teacher or the 4-H club or church group or whatever and say, hey, how about if we go do a nature hike, and I'll show you what this is all about. And there's a trail in there called Bubbling Spring. Fascinating place. Well, I can't do that now. I can't call the kids in. Yeah. So I went, and they're teaching us and sending us on to online education to become videographers and to put up, not to develop a YouTube channel. We've already got a pretty good YouTube channel, but to make these videos so that we can push them out to the people rather than have the people come to us, or rather than go to one classroom or one group at a time. So that's what we've been doing is, putting together these online virtual programs. And I also mentioned last time I was here that we were developing a virtual nature center. And I remember you were going, let's take a look at it. Well, it wasn't up yet. I mean, that idea was spawned, I think, 2 days before the show. It hadn't even, well, now it's up and running. In fact, there's a click. You go to our website and go back to that main homepage.
Okay.
And scroll down a little bit, and you'll see right there, second picture on the crawler.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
Click on that. Right now there's about 60 little short videos. They range anywhere from
really?
5 to. There's a couple of them that are fairly lengthy, but there's all kinds of content in there. The original approach was, or the original thought was thinking, okay, well, the schools can't come to us and we can't go out to the schools, so let's put together something that school teachers can use to help them with their distance learning or their virtual classroom situation, so that they can have content to bring to their students. Wow. So, I mean, it is such a wide range of...
Look at this right here, this venomous snakes of Arkansas to nature. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And they, so we've been doing quite a few of them. I've done a couple. I'll be doing another one. What's today? Wednesday. I'll be doing one tomorrow with my partner Steve Dunlap. He's the regional educator over in Northwest Arkansas, and we'll be over at Crooked Creek doing one on swift water rescue and throw bag techniques, and that sort of thing that casual folks don't think of themselves as being involved in swift water rescue, but if you're out with a group of people, kids or adults or whatever, and you get into trouble, it helps if you at least understand a few of the basic things on how to either avoid the problem to begin with or what to do about it if you get, your canoe jammed or, something like that. So,
oh, look at this on this. Now, this would be great for the kids. Look at this.
Yeah.
A little bluebird box.
There's another one,
Yeah.
real simple stuff, parents, grandparents, whoever wants to make something like that with the kids, because this is the perfect time of year to be doing that. But there's just a ton of ideas on that main page. If you look on the right hand side, we can pick one or two of those out and actually go through them, and you can see how well done.
Do we need to navigate now?
Just go back to the main Virtual Nature Center page. I think if you go back one page, you'll see it.
Okay, right here?
On the upper right-hand side. See the project categories? That tells you what categories and how many of them there are.
Oh, wow.
And I don't...
For folks that can't, it's right over here. Arkansas Wildlife,
Yeah.
Experience Arkansas, Meet AGFC, Nature Activities, Outdoor Skills.
Right, and those are hot links. So if you click to one, say if you wanted to, Experience Arkansas, just pick that one.
Okay.
You hit that, it takes you to the list of videos that are in that category, so you can just pick those out.
Wow. Mulberry, Forster Creek, Bayou de View. Wow, Lake Washita, Crooked Creek. Look at that, Crooked Creek and Smallmouth. Look at that
is a phenomenal video. We did that maybe a year or two ago with Dwayne Hayda and look at that fish.
My goodness.
Isn't that something?
My goodness.
Now that's a fairly long video. That's a 17.
There's Dwayne right there.
Yeah. And you want to talk about a phenomenal fisherman and just an exquisite fly caster.
Wow.
And Ben Levin also is in that with it. Ben Levin was one of his children proteges when Dwayne was much younger and Ben was just a little kid. I don't know how they know each other, but they hooked up years and years ago and have just remained close friends, and they make a phenomenal team. So, but anyway, there's just all kinds of things like that on there. We're really proud of this, and there's a lot of work that's been done. I made a video. That's where I was going with all of this. Was they're having us take our iPhones. Now, my personal the iPhone that they've given us, because we're working on a strict budget, so we get old. They're new when we get them, but they're probably refurbished. I've got an iPhone 6S that the agency gives me. Well, it's perfect for phones and looking something up or whatever, but it's really limited as far as the camera goes. This iPhone 11, now this is my personal one, it's phenomenal. I don't know how familiar you are with the technology involved in these newer iPhones, the latest release. The Pro, I guess, that's the one with 11? The 3 lenses. This is an 11. The 11.
I'm not a rich guy like you did.
The 11 Pro. Well, I'll tell you what. It's amazing what 3 years of monthly payments added onto your phone bill will do for you. But anyway, Emily had a flip phone forever and a day, and she finally she buckled her knees around Christmas time this year, and so I took that as an opening to go buy her a new iPhone, and I thought, well, while I'm at it, I had an old 6S myself, and I thought, I'm just going to upgrade both of them. I'm so glad that I did. And a lot of folks...
Is that to the point now where we were earlier in the month given 30-second commercials, and you just take your iPhone and do a...
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what we're doing. Many of these videos that are on here, now not that one was professionally shot by, we have a film crew or a video crew in our communications department that is second to none. I mean, these guys, Trey Reed is the assistant chief who's over that. He and Scotty Scotty's the main cameraman and, editor, and he does all of the bits and bytes behind it. They are really, really good. But what they're doing is they realize they can't get around to all of us, and we need to get out to the folks nonetheless. So we're using our phones, and the results are staggering. I mean, I've downloaded and learning several different software packages for editing, and there's a few apps that you can put on here to turn this thing into a mega camera. I mean, it is just a phenomenal device. So that's what we're doing. And because, we're all professional educators, so we understand the communication process and, how to put a program together. That's something that we've been doing well for quite a while. But now we've really kicked it up a notch. And, I see us as this is going to be the new wave of the future. I mean, not that we still won't be having, human contact. We still need to do that, and we want to. But what a great way, instead of, pick one of these topics. I would go into a classroom, and typically I might do this a dozen times throughout the year, is I'll go to a classroom that either calls me or I call them, and I'll go in and I'll do a program on, pick the topic, maybe mammals of Arkansas, or skins and skulls, or something like that. And I might get 30 kids, and of course I won't go in and do just one class. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to have them rotate students through the day. So I might get 80 kids or something like that during the day to teach that class, and I'll do that a couple of times a year, maybe 4 or 5 times a year. So I might get 300 or 400 student contacts. Now, those are live contacts where you can look the kids in the eye and call them by name and talk to them, and there is that advantage. But with this technique, I can still do that, but with this technique, I can also take that same program and push it out to thousands.
Wow.
So it's I see it as being a real, kind of a cloud, the silver lining in the cloud, if you will, for this sort of thing.
Let's grab a quick break. 7:35, more with Denis Dunderdale right after this.
Wow, that was a fast segment.
Hi, this is Jeff Quick with the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas. We know that a lot of folks out there are concerned about the COVID-19 crisis, and we want you to know that the Food Bank is doing our work along with local schools and food bank partner agencies to make sure that everyone in our community has plenty to eat during this time. If you'd like to be a part of the solution, give us a call at the Food Bank, 870-499-7565. or visit us online at foodbanknca.org.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home. When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top-quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau. Stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
This is a confessional. And we're back. It looks like it's 7:39.
What happens in the corner stays in the corner. Oops, are we live?
We're live now.
What happens at break stays at break.
Yeah, there you go.
One fish too many, right?
Yeah. What we were talking about was how different the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is versus what a lot of public perception is. A lot of folks think that what Game and Fish is all about is, the game warden writing Uncle Bubba a ticket for having one fish too many. And that's, number one, that's not really the case. Maybe it was once upon a time, and I'm sure you'll find individuals that have that story or an anecdote to tell. But what we were talking about was the high level of talent of our communications guys and the videographers and the still photographers and the writers and, there are so many high level professionals that work behind the scenes at Game and Fish. Most folks just have no earthly idea. The education staff, I think I'm the only one that doesn't, well, I shouldn't say the only one, but most of us don't have professional education degrees, but have been professional educators pretty much our entire careers. So with that, it's just I wish everybody had a chance. Actually, they do have a chance. I wish everybody took the opportunity to learn about all of what's behind all of this. We were talking about all of the things that we're still able to do. There's still, unfortunately, some things we can't do, and striper fishermen are probably already aware of this. But every year we have the Striped Bass Project, which is where we go out and capture or collect mature striped bass and extract their eggs and collect our pool for the hatcheries to rear fingerlings for restocking, for the next year. And that's, kind of one of the ways that we do that, because the striped bass are not natural to the lakes. They're actually seagull. They're the same DNA as what you'll find in the oceans.
Really?
But they've been...
what we call stripers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same fish. So, their spawning habits and all of that sort of thing are a little bit different than what they would normally be. Now, they do still spawn, but nowhere near to the level to support the number of striper fishermen that we have in the state, and not just the state, but all around the country. So that's the way they do it. Well, that's a fairly labor-intensive thing, and these fish are huge. You're talking 60-pound fish here.
Yeah, I'm bringing a picture up.
And go back to the Game and Fish web page, the main page, and you'll see an article there about the striped. No, you got to go right back. There you go. One of those in there on the latest news, maybe. Striped bass project. Yeah, there it is. Coronavirus slows Arkansas fish hatcheries. That one. You'll see some pictures. That's what it normally looks like. That's how you normally have to collect the fish and collect the eggs and all that. Well, we can't do that and maintain social distance. That is the issue. So they've really been left with no choice. There's just no way. It'd be harmful to the fish. It would be dangerous for the staff. So they've put that whole thing on hold. Now that's going to impact the striped bass population unless we're able to somehow open this thing up. But
there's a picture on here somewhere I'm trying to find of a huge striped bass so people can actually see one.
Yeah.
And wait for it to...
And of course it's seasonal. You can't just decide when you're going to, to kind of get these. So anyway, that's kind of going on. Another thing that Game and Fish did that, of course, it's over with now, but when this whole thing first launched, I guess, if you will, one of the things the commissioners did, and I'm really proud of them for doing this, is they knew folks were... There's the Cotter Spring, great picture there. The commissioners opened up free fishing licenses for everybody.
Huh.
Yeah.
In-state, out-of-state, doesn't matter. Through the end of March, because this happened in the second week or the end of the first week in March, I think it was, or whatever it was. But they opened that up for the rest of the month. Just here you go. That's also when they typically would have the free fishing weekend.
Oh yeah.
But they just made the rest of that month free fishing available. Another thing they've done is, our magazine, Arkansas Wildlife Magazine, we've talked about that a bunch. Again, you want to talk about a first-class production. That is now free.
There it is. There's
Oh, yeah.
There's
Look
that
at
striper right there.
Look at that. Yeah, that's a striped bass.
There's a stripe. Look at that.
That sure is.
Yeah, there you go.
So we've opened up the publication, free subscriptions to anybody that wants it. Just go to our website, or you can go to arkansaswildlife.com, I believe it is.
It's on this.
Yeah, go back to that main homepage. Let's see, back one. Well,
Right there. Yeah.
yeah. No, that's the
No,
Virtual
that's
Nature
right here,
Center
yeah.
page. Just click that upper left corner. Click that. Yeah, there you go. And take that down. See that little kid reading the magazines over on the far right picture? On the
Oh, yeah, right
yeah,
here.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There's
okay.
there's a link to the website where you can go. Tell me what that says. I think it's
Arkansas
Arkansas Wildlife, right?
.com, yeah.
.com. Yeah. There you go. So you can go in there. Now that's normally where you would go in and subscribe to the magazine, which I hope if you do this that you'll go back and subscribe year after year. I mean, it's $12.
$1 a month?
Yeah. Yeah, it comes out every other month. You get 6
The
editions.
postage is that high?
Right. Well, and the quality. I'm telling you what, the quality of that magazine is.
It's going to be those glossy, nice pictures.
And the level of photography and the post editing and it just the whole thing is just so well done. You get 5 magazines. Every other month you get a magazine in the mail, and then the 6th edition is the annual calendar, which our calendar comes out in July. So July 1st, or July is the first month in the calendar. And the reason for that is that's the month, in the month of June is when the commissioners approve the hunting regulations and all those kinds of things for the upcoming fall season. So it would be senseless for us to produce this.
You'd be better off. Look at this. You can get 3 years for $25.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an expensive proposition. And we don't make money on it. We're not doing this like most publications do for profit. We're doing it to get the word out to the folks that want to, take advantage of what we have to say. And, there's wildlife stories, there's feel-good stories in there, there's a couple of humorous stories, there's some, outtakes of enforcement stories, and it's just a really well-done magazine. And, but anyway, we're giving that away. We just, again, we know folks are kind of showing.
Face right there?
Yeah,
That's
look at that.
November.
Mike
last year.
Wintroth is the photographer that does most of the shooting for the magazine. And I just can't say enough good things about the quality of his work.
How do you get a shot? I mean, that's a one in a lifetime picture right there. That buck looking at you.
I am sure that we could get him to come on the show sometime.
But yeah.
And because he's got a portfolio that would stop the show.
Sure.
That's something.
But I mean, the magazine is his portfolio as well, and he could tell you some of the stories behind the stories on some of these shots. I'm a pretty good friend of his, and he's a good friend of mine, I should say. And he's shared with me some of the things he's had to go through to get some of the shots. I mean, he'll get all decked out in a ghillie suit and sit in a duck blind or in a quail blind or something to he'll sit in there all night long just waiting for the right light, the right time, the right situation, and then the deer don't show up or something else happens, or just when it's the right time a cloud will come over and a thunderclap will whatever. So he might have to do that several times before he actually gets the shot that he's looking for, and he will. I mean, he's just that dedicated to it.
There's one on Hurricane Lake WMA Project, a marathon. Where's Hurricane Lake?
That's over in the Augusta.
Highway 64 area?
Yeah. Outside of, it's in the Delta just east of Bald Knob, that.
Looks like you come up with a couple of bites of something. Snake, chiggers,
mosquitoes, you'll get it
ticks.
all. Yeah, you'll get it all. One of the other clips on there, I'm trying to remember where that was now. Oh, it was a, let's see, wildlife viewing, Arkansas Wildlife, to Experience Arkansas. Let's try and see if it's that one. There's a video in there of the Bayou de View Scenic Waterway.
On the page I'm on now?
No, it's on the Virtual Nature Center page.
Okay, let me go back here. Oh. Why don't we take a break and I'll find it, and then we'll come back.
That's a great idea, because it's a fairly short video. We could put that up with, you can put that up with sound, right, Scooter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we can show that video. Now, that's down in the Brinkley area, but it'll kind of give you an idea of what these scenic waterways are about. I started talking about those last month, but this will give you a really good idea.
We'll cue that up. We'll take a break. We'll cue it up so people don't have to watch us queuing it up. How's
Yeah,
that?
that's a good idea.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Have you ever noticed?
You want to show that video?
Yeah. I'm not going to give much introduction because we're real short on time, but this would just kind of give you an idea of what some of the scenic waterways are like and some of the things you can do. So,
Arkansas' scenic Ozark Highlands are known far and wide as a top destination for canoeing and kayaking. But a new program from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is blazing trails that most paddlers would consider uncharted waters.
A lot of people do think of the Ozarks, and we have a lot of famous places where a lot of people go, but part of the program, the Arkansas Water Trail program, is introducing people to new places to paddle. And the Delta is an area that has got some magnificent paddling.
Working with various partners, the Game and Fish Commission has established the Arkansas Water Trail System.
There are established trails that are marked so people can get out with their family, with their friends, and go explore Arkansas's great outdoors.
The Crooked Creek Water Trail between Harrison and Yaleville is the only route on a traditional Arkansas float stream. 5 of the 9 trails cover flat water routes in the Delta.
The neat thing about paddling in the Delta is it's great wildlife viewing. Big, huge old cypress trees, tupelo trees, so it's kind of a whole different venue for people to explore some of the neat waterways of Arkansas.
Paddling in the Delta has other advantages.
You don't need a shuttle always here. You can put in at one access, you can paddle downstream and paddle back up, or paddle upstream and come back to your car. 2
water trails slice through the Sheffield-Nelson Dagmar Wildlife Management Area near Brinkley. There's the 4.5-mile Robe Bayou Trail and the 15-mile Bayou de View Trail. Robe Bayou, with its well-defined channel, is a good spot for beginners. Bayou de View takes paddlers through a dense bottomland forest, including parts of the Arkansas Natural Heritage Commission's Benson Creek Natural Area, as well as the Cache River National Wildlife Refuge and Dagmar WMA. Primitive camping is available on Dagmar, and all water trails are marked with reflective blue signs.
We ask that you keep an eye on one trail marker till you get to the next one, but it's a really good idea to print out a map from our website, to have that map and be familiar with a compass, and what would really be great is if you also have a GPS. Again, you can get out here on your own without those things, but it is a pretty wild area.
These slow, meandering bayous carry paddlers back in time through some of the last remnants of the vast forests that once dominated the eastern third of Arkansas. The area is part of an ecosystem that has been designated a wetland of international importance.
You've got trees in here that have been core sampled to almost 1,000 years old, so they were here before Columbus landed. You know, when settlers first arrived in this part of the world, they must have thought this was just this vast wilderness. The bottomland hardwoods in this delta area was 24 million acres. You know, through agriculture and logging of trees, it's now down to segmented maybe 5 million acres. And the big woods here is one of the biggest sections left, minus what's in Louisiana. So that's a treasure for Arkansas, but a national treasure and an international treasure.
Myriad species of fish and wildlife call this place home for at least part of the year.
This area is known for waterfowl. If you come in the fall and the winter, there are going to be thousands and thousands of waterfowl coming through this area. And I'm hearing all kinds of things in the background right now. I'm hearing a yellow-billed cuckoo, and I'm hearing frogs and all kinds of things talking, and lots of migratory songbirds. Lots of woodpeckers. The beautiful yellow prothonotary warbler is in this bottomland hardwood area, so lots of wildlife viewing.
These trails also serve other purposes.
This time of year, I may think of this area as my paddling wildlife viewing area. But this is a big waterfowl hunting area, and any of us that like to waterfowl hunt, you're coming in the dark. So I've talked to a lot of duck hunters out here who love this water trail because we have blue triangular markers along the trail, and they're reflective. So they're really helpful coming in and out. So this trail benefits a lot of different user groups, and it helps people access this area, which is a pretty wild area.
Anglers can also benefit.
A great area to fish, beautiful cypress trees you can jig around, bring your crickets, your jigs, your minnows, and you're going to have a lot of fun here.
The Arkansas Water Trail System aims to create new outdoor opportunities and enhance traditional uses of public land. By using existing waterways as trails, Game and Fish has accomplished those goals in a cost-effective way.
My job is to get people out viewing wildlife, getting involved in conservation, enjoying the outdoors. And building a traditional trail takes quite a bit of money, and it takes quite a bit of staff. And water trails are already built. And for many of our areas, our wildlife management areas, we already have boat launches and parking areas. So all we needed to do was to put in signs, information panels at the access points, create a website, and sign the trail. And there you go. You've got a spot for people to get out and enjoy the outdoors that they didn't know about beforehand.
And we're back live with Denis Dunderdale. Wow.
That's something?
Wow. Did you see the eagle and the duck? My goodness.
And I've spent some time in that one particular, but with, with others. That's real. I mean, that's not just, done in post-production. You see eagles. You see that kind of stuff. By the way, that Bayou de View, that's the location of the alleged sighting of the ivory-billed woodpecker.
Really?
That was right in that general vicinity where they claim to have heard that bird.
Well, in the first part of that, they mentioned Marion County area around.
The point she was making there was that most folks know about our more popular waterways to paddle, which is Crooked Creek, Buffalo River, those sorts of things, but they don't know about these many other ones. So on the website, and there's a link to it where you can go to Watchable Wildlife, and then we have scenic hiking trails, scenic waterways, and scenic auto trails, and you can just pick one of those and go to it, and great stuff. We're just about out of time, so I'll just mention that one of the other great tools that we have here is a downloadable map system called Avenza Maps. I don't know if you've ever heard of Avenza Maps. Nothing to do with Game and Fish. That's a standalone company. But we have incorporated many of these locations into Avenza Maps, where you download the map, and even if you don't have cell service, it doesn't require a connection to the internet.
Really?
It will track where you are. You'll see your little blue dot for your location on that map. So these waterways, you pull it up, and you can see exactly where you are. So you can't really, well, you could get lost, but you're not if you pay attention. So these are just some of the things that we've been working on. Anyway, I guess that's about it.
About 30
Scooter's
seconds.
giving us the high sign.
About 30 seconds.
Okay, let me just throw a couple of phone numbers at you. We do this every time. If you see something you want to report to us, or if you need to get a hold of a game warden, or get a hold of somebody from Game and Fish, kind of in a hurry, call our poaching hotline. That number is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's always staffed. It's our radio room is what it is, the dispatch center. And that number is 1-800-482-9262. If you need me or if you have a question you want to ask me, my phone number is 870-321-5548.
And with that,
I think we're done.
All right.
Great. See you next
Thanks,
month.
Dennis. Good to
Yep,
see you.
You bet.
We'll be back tomorrow.